All right, just posted. We are in the building, man. Like, look, we couldn't record last week, but we still got things we need to talk about. The NBA Finals is coming up. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, I call it by proxy fighting, basically Angel Reese getting other people to hem her up. And then we also have some other different things we're gonna cover. Where you fellas, Sleepy Doja, where do we go first? Do we want to go to NBA Finals preview, or do we want to talk about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and all the drama that's been going on that side? Where do we
I'm
want
gonna
to
say
start?
I'm gonna say finals first because I'm excited.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
do finals. Let's do
I really
finals.
don't know. I really don't know who to pick in this. STL, obviously, you know what I'm saying, Jayson Tatum, but I'm a Lakers fan, so it's hard to root for that man. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different stories that can happen with this. Porzingis, I don't think Porzingis is official. I think he's officially hurt. I think like he low key might have a something. Well, on first take. Even they was kind of talking about it might be an injury similar to what KD had. If that's the case, nigga, that's more than just a calf strain. You know what I'm saying? Like he would be the deciding factor between if it would be just straight Celtics to me, Celtics or the Mavs, because I mean with the Celtics, they live above the rim, you know, with all these oops, but when you got a motherfucker that's shooting that pill, nigga, outside that motherfucking free throw from that free throw line to that 3 point line. Like that's all K Porzingis. And if he comes back and if he's even like 60%, but he can just play fake and just sit there and just put them shots up, that could open up a whole lot of lanes. But I mean, again, I don't know who to pick, dog. I would say Dallas gonna go fucking crazy. If could you imagine the narrative though, if the fucking Mavericks win a trophy before the Cowboys do, Oak Cliff gonna go crazy. They gonna
Uh,
name a whole fucking county
I mean,
after fucking Luca.
they already won the ring before the Cowboys did. When they beat Miami, they
They
already did
can't
that.
they can't do they can't do if they was calling them the Mav boys or something like that. That shit started trending a little bit, and I was
All
just
right, so
like y'all might not want to take them Cowboys jerseys down to the Maverick Stadium, man. It's bad juju. It might not look good for them. I don't know. It's just hard to believe that with the full team that the Celtics have versus a full athletic team that the Mavericks have, it's hard to see that the Mavericks could overcome that. But I mean, my nigga, the elephant in the room, if Jason Tatum pull a finals of what he did, with the Warriors, whoo, whoo, they might run that nigga out of the ball. Well, nah, he gonna get his money, but it's just you can't not show up. And I hate saying that about somebody that I know, not personally know, but people that I know him and know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't not show up. Not this time. Not this time. It's too much. There's too much on the line. You can't not
so
show up.
so I'm torn personally. Tatum from here, from St. Louis. To Brandy, good people.
Mhm.
Shelton's good people. You know, but I'm a longtime Cavaliers fan, and we don't like the Celtics. I'm also by proxy a Lakers fan, and Lakers don't really like the Celtics. But then you got the Kyrie situation, him being a former Cavalier, and how I ain't gonna say who, but he let somebody get in his ear, and so he can go and lead his own team, and broke up what could have been a dynasty, and now he with the white version is what they call him. They call Luca White
Hey,
LeBron.
who got in his ear? Who you talking about?
What'd you say?
Who got in Kyrie ear?
Kobe.
Oh, nigga, Kobe ain't get. Okay, go
Kyrie says so.
ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
wait. So
Go
time
ahead.
out.
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
Kyrie, so Kyrie lied because he definitely said after everything happened and LeBron was getting all the accolades, he talked to Kobe, and Kobe was like, "You need to go do your own thing and lead your own team." I'm paraphrasing.
So this is Kobe's dream for him to go be by himself and go do that versus him going on his
He's
own
got the
thing.
he's got the Mamba mentality, kind of how Kobe did Shaq. Like I need to go in and do this myself. Same situation.
The only difference is Shaq was playing with his gifts, whereas LeBron was not. That's the only difference I'm gonna say. Shaq was showing up to like training camp out of shape, whereas LeBron is
Oh,
always
okay,
been in
gotcha.
shape.
I know, which is crazy, but like I'm saying, but anywho, he went
I
to
need
go
more
Blazers.
dynamic on why like no,
I
this
mean,
is I ain't gonna catch up, but like players like him and Kevin Durant, I need explanations just for me as
no,
a
man,
fan of basketball as to why your leadership mentality. I just need to like because my thing is if we're in the game and they're from that era, I
you can be
believe.
a great player without being a great leader. Like you can be
But
a great
but
piece.
is the goal to be a champion or is the goal to be a great player? Like you trying to be Bron or you trying to be Charles Barkley? Like it's just it's
Okay,
you see what I'm
but
saying?
I think at that point, and I'm see, you didn't veer me off, but I'm
I
gonna
ain't
get
trying
back to
my
what I
fault.
was.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get you there.
So he went to Boston to try to lead his own team, where he would be the star. I'm talking about Kyrie. He
Mm,
left Cleveland and went to Boston, where he would be the star. The Isaiah
that was
Thomas
trash.
Kyrie trade,
That was
and it
trash.
didn't work out. It did
That
not
was
work out.
trash. It's bad. That
It
was
didn't work
bad,
out.
bad. Yeah.
So you got that narrative because he used to play for Boston. And then he went to Brooklyn, and that definitely didn't work out because him or KD weren't, you know, the vocal leaders of the team like that. But
He
that's
ain't
neither here.
KD.
But that's neither here nor there. We don't. Let's get back to the finals. So it's ironic that he left a situation where he was the co-star to somebody, and now he's in another situation in the finals again where he's the co-star. I wonder what the dynamic is going to be because I know Luca says vocally that Kyrie is Superman and he'll be Batman. Or no, Kyrie is Batman and he'll be Robin. But Luca is Batman on that team. And it's no diss to Kyrie. But that's Luca's team. That team is going to go as far as Luca goes. But Luca doesn't go as far without Kyrie. So I want to see that dynamic. It's two guards and they're smaller guards. You know, Luca look overweight, look out of shape, but you know, that's how he ball, a little slow. And they're going up against when they play, two dogs. Tatum is an athletic wing that can dunk, shoot, do whatever. And Jalen Brown, when
And that
given when given the
finesse
green
versus
light,
like
he can go. Like when given the green light, he can go. On
I
paper, I
say
want
he's
to.
more Kobe. I say he's more Kobe-esque than Kyrie is, but that's the whole frame of like
Yeah,
just
that's a whole. Yeah,
that's a
that's a
whole
whole
nother
other.
that's a whole nother conversation. I will say like Boston kind of well Boston gave the big check to Jalen first, but that was because contracts.
Yeah, how
Jalen
contracts
came
work.
before Tatum, but it's gonna have to come down to a point to where it's like because you we see this all the time, like who's gonna lead first, who's gonna get sent first. I mean,
I
nobody
think they
stays
both. I
together
think they both
forever.
gonna stay. I mean, Clay and Steph still
I mean,
together.
300 million. Yeah, but do you really think like this? And this is gonna be one of them hits that I'm gonna be like, damn, that's gonna be crazy. Like Clay, it's if I'm a GM, I'm pulling Clay to the side. Like, listen, bro, they didn't put you in top 75. It's fucked up. Like
That's
you came back from two severe injuries that would kill anybody else. Like
and he's
let's
still
call it.
hurt. I mean, he's
Let's
still
call
ain't
it, bro.
100%.
Like
He ain't
like
100%.
let's call it. Let's send you to the Lakers. Let's send you somewhere where you can just be just that. You ain't gotta put the ball on the court no more. You can just be Ray Allen in that motherfucker ready. But you gotta be ready. And that 45 you're looking for, nah, bro, we gonna bring that down to like 20, 25. And I mean by now it's about pride. He ain't hurt for no Burke. But anyway,
I mean,
with the finals.
uh, back,
With the
back to
finals
the
though.
finals.
Yeah. But
All right.
if we had to go series wise, game wise, I'm gonna say
I'm picking Celtics
Celtics in
4
six.
2. I got
I'm gonna
Celtics
say
4 2.
Celtics in six. Ooh,
Out
I'm
of
gonna say
back.
Celtics six.
I got
Celtics
Celtics
in
4
six.
2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Celtics in six. If it goes
Yep.
seven, I'm saying Mavericks.
Really?
If it goes seven, I'm gonna say Mavericks because
Okay.
I have yet to see like how both Tatum and Brown can get off when it's like, no, it's winning time. We got to win now. Like you got to go off. I got to go off. Eric, we got to win. It can't be Brown go for 40, Tatum go for 16. Tatum go for 45, Brown go for 18. It got it. Because like Irving is going to dance around Holiday. Irving
You
for
you
the
think
put
so?
them. Oh
You
yes.
don't you
Oh
don't
yeah.
think Drew can guard him? You don't think he can do a little
Not saying
bit?
he can't. Not saying he can't.
You
But
don't think he can do
but
a little bit? A little bit?
bruh, Irving was putting floaters over 7'5", Nick. Like with the lefty. Like,
But
nah, bro.
okay, when
Nah,
you that
bro.
tall, when you that tall, you don't always have the lateral movement to even stay in front
But
of a Kyrie.
but most guards need to get past you and in the lane. Like this nigga was doing floaters from inside 3-point range. The best thing I would say is that if they double Kyrie, you put the ball in Luka's hands and you live with it. I mean, you know what's to come, but like if they start getting alive in that motherfucker,
See, I'm the opposite. I say double Luca, and if Kyrie beat you, he beat you. I'm doubling Luca.
game six is where is game six in game six is in Dallas, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Game six is in Dallas. You can't do
If I'm a,
game seven. You can't do game seven in Boston. Because first of all, if the Mavericks win in Boston, they fuck around and kill the Celtics and the Mavericks. Then you gotta get out the city first. Like that's
hey
I just don't
man,
it's too much pressure, bro. Like the thing is they be like, yeah, home cooking and this and then the other, but like like that pressure, like you gotta feel that. Like you gotta feel that. And I feel like
you
if
got
the
to pick one.
Celtics ain't
Pick who you picking. You got to pick one. Just pick
who's
Celtics
who's
or Dallas. Pick one. Who winning?
winning,
Who gonna win the
I say
series?
Celtics six.
Okay,
If it
cool.
goes seven, the Mavericks winning. If it goes seven, think
So it's
about that.
based on.
Think about that.
So
Think about
you
yeah,
think you
yeah.
think you think.
Yep.
So time out.
Yep.
You think Dallas gonna beat them in Boston and for Game 7?
Have you the way the way that Luca, that ain't Kyrie, that Luca shows up in these must win games, nigga, no. Mm-mm.
So
The
are you
Mavericks
putting
wasn't even supposed to. They wasn't even supposed to get this far. Like,
are you are you putting
nah,
Brown are you putting Brown on Luca or Tatum on Luca? Who you gonna have guard Luca?
damn.
I say Brown. I think Brown.
Who got the third option, which is the kid that had the crazy hair but cut his hair off. I
Ain't
forgot
he
there was
tall?
no. Hmm?
Oh, you talking about dude with the pushback?
Yeah,
I
he cut
forgot
his
his
hair
name.
off though. I forgot it.
Dude with
Michael
the
White. I think his name Michael White or something like that. Yeah, I think that's how you switch that up. I would love
you
to see
talk,
Tatum on Luca though.
no
I would
no
love
no
to see
Derek
Tatum on
no
Luca.
no Derek White is his name.
Derek White. What did I say? Michael
Yeah,
White.
he
Fuck,
said
I get
Michael.
Michael from. I
Like
don't know.
Michael John White. This fool said Michael John White.
Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about. But I will say, I will say for sure that I believe that the Celtics win in six. But I'm saying if that shit fucks up and they go to seven, if you put Luca in a game seven in Boston where they start talking shit to him in the crowd, that ain't gonna be good for nobody.
I guess
He'll
I'm thinking.
fuck around, start talking shit to the people in the crowd during free throws. Like
It breaks my heart.
I've never seen somebody that lives for that moment. I've seen people that love that
I'm about to
moment,
say
but he
no. I'm about
lives
to
for
say
that moment.
no. But hey, Reggie Miller was the first cat I seen who lived for that.
Oh yeah,
The more
the coach, like
I'm
yeah,
like I'm old. I've seen like
fucking Knicks,
look,
man,
Luka ain't doing nothing new. Under this,
fucking Knicks,
I've seen it.
the
I've seen
fucking
Reggie
Knicks,
Miller snatch people's hearts out. I've
oh the
seen Reggie
fucking
do it.
Knicks. That shit sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna say game six, Celtics. Um, do not let that shit go back to motherfucking Boston because
So
Luca gonna
so
go,
you say home court don't mean nothing.
not in this series, no.
I've never heard don't never let it go back home. But I got you. All right.
But look at the like Luca went into they won on the Clippers on they didn't play the Clippers, right? Was the Clippers who they play? What was they wait who they play to get to the finals? Who was the I can't even remember. Fuck.
I wasn't.
That was
I
I
think it
forgot
was the
round one.
Clippers. But
It was the
Kawhi didn't
Clippers.
hurt.
I
I
don't
mean,
count.
Kawhi didn't
Listen,
play.
I'm gonna tell you this right. I don't count Kawhi no more. Just people go come my head, and I remember I said this, and a lot of niggas go, ah. Hey, bro, give me the last time you seen Kawhi like in a meaningful game that wasn't like him playing against the Raptors or some shit. Like it's it. I don't know. I'm again. If
I mean,
I'm if I'm
The Celtics played a lot of injured teams as well, like in the playoffs. Like they played, you know, I can say they had an easy road, but they played some teams with some injuries in every round as well.
but okay, let's take it to them. If Jimmy Butler is healthy, do you really think the Heat would have beat the Celtics still? You don't believe that.
I just seen Jimmy Butler. When they
Sleepy, don't do this. Don't do this, Sleepy.
weren't,
You don't believe
whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa,
You don't believe
weren't
that.
weren't they Heat in the finals like a couple years ago?
Sleepy. Do you believe if Jimmy Butler was if is the greatest or worst word
I
depending
don't
on which
believe in
Agumon.
ifs. I don't believe in ifs, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm a Butler fan, so he a
If
dog.
Jimmy Butler so if Jimmy Butler's healthy, do they beat the you say you don't believe in if. But fuck it.
Yeah,
If Jimmy Butler's healthy, do they beat the Celtics this year?
it's
When
a
they
much
get to the
better
playoffs?
series. The
I
series
don't believe
goes
it.
longer.
I will say
I,
this.
the
If
series goes
Embiid
longer.
and the 76ers play who? They play. No, they play the Celtics, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. If Embiid is healthy, do the Celtics go to the finals? Oh, that's
The rest
stupid.
of
That's stupid
the
Hold
as
rest of
on,
hell.
Milwaukee.
hold on. We
That's
only supposed to miss a
stupid.
couple of topics, though,
Yeah.
fellas.
Okay.
Let's jump into Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark took uh,
It's
a
not. This is ooh.
safety foul
I
from
yeah
Kennedy. Was it Kennedy Carter?
yeah
It was
yeah.
Kennedy. I thought it was Kennedy, but I found out it was Kennedy. So
I didn't. There's so many different ways that I've seen this thing go, and it's just interesting to me because again, where the fuck did Daryl go? Okay, whatever. It's interesting to me because when you talk about sports,
yo,
like
man, I mean,
these type of things happen
trying
a
to do
lot.
two things at one time.
Like people get hit, people get cheap shotted. You look at it one time and you move on. But because of who Caitlin Clark is and the impact she's had since she's been in the WNBA, and truthfully, I would say like this whole class, like the only thing this WNBA class was missing was Juju from USC. That's the only thing they was missing. But that's a whole nother story for another day. I think that I don't want to put a race card on it too much, but the thing that I hate about this whole dynamic when it started to happen was, she can't help she's white. She can't help that she, is who she is. She's a good basketball player. But the first red flag where I knew this shit was gonna happen like this was when there was an undefeated team that was led by a black woman and majority of black women. You ain't heard nan commercial nan radio spot nan.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
bro, they they had the losing team on Saturday Night Live. I've
And
never
that's
seen
what
that
I'm
before.
saying. And that's what I'm
I
saying.
said,
It's like I'm not saying the media had something to do with this, but
the media has everything to do with this.
but when you put
The
this
media
pedestal on
has
a person,
everything to do with
but
this.
and
It's
when
the
you
media.
put and when you put a person on a pedestal, like you go at them. Like that's what I can't. It's like what you expect somebody to do who been in the league, who been doing a thing, trying to push the narrative of the WNBA, and now all of a sudden this girl comes in. I ain't gonna say white girl. This individual comes in, and now all of a sudden she's a savior. Now, granted, what I think it is, just me. I think it's the growing pains of what you see as more time comes on. More and more people are starting to tune in. I think obviously with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and all these different players have been kind of coming in. It's creating that buzz. Now, what I will say is what I didn't know was a difference in ticket prices. You talk about an Angel Reese game, right? Tickets $60, $70. You talk about Caitlin Clark, that shit's like $250, $300. That's crazy. That's crazy. right? She's selling out arenas, and you can't deny it, right? But I think what it is that a basketball play was elevated because what they're not talking about is that she be talking her shit too.
She
Caitlin
does.
Clark definitely get the cheap shots. She definitely be mouthing off. But see, that's basketball. That's basketball. But you can't be mad when you let's say if I'm playing the Highway 40 over at the cage, and white boy come out from Clayton and bust my ass. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. He playing basketball. He talking and
All right,
talking. It's basketball.
hey man, hey Screech Power's been getting hers off and talking shit since college. Like
Who is
she was
Screech?
talking shit. Caitlyn, man, she looked like Dustin Diamond. That's what she looked like in the face. I'm not a fan.
Wow.
I just feel like there are a lot of other women in the WNBA that have been doing fantastic things, and they just didn't have a light put on them. She didn't win in college.
So, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing, and this is where I got cursed out.
She she
Is
she
this the
didn't
compare?
win.
But Jordan is the GOAT, right? I'm just saying, and I'm not saying she gonna win anytime soon in WNBA because their team is not good. But a couple things, your teammates not sticking up for you. If I'm not mistaken, when Jordan was coming through trying to get his
We co-
name up.
so well, we compare her to Jordan.
No,
Is that where we
no,
at?
no, no. I'm
Is
saying
that where we at?
what I'm saying. No, no. You trying to amp shit up. I'm saying the comparison of the storyline. The comparison of a storyline. You talk about a league that chooses a player to amp up. Did the league not choose Michael Jordan to make him that face of the NBA? Because
I mean,
sales were down and people weren't watching. You get
I
Caitlin
think
Clark.
that
She comes into
I
the
think
WNBA. All of a sudden, the people are watching the game. I mean, shit, I know I've been watching, but like people are watching the games more and more for the duration of the entire game, not just for pieces of it.
I
And then
think
you
that
talk about she got a shoe
what
now, and the
what
shoe is fire, by the way. I ain't gonna hold you.
hey, she's more Larry Bird than Michael Jordan, in my opinion. She's the Great White Hope. Like she's more Larry Bird
So
than
then,
than,
so
than
then, so then, is Angel Reese by default Magic Johnson?
or plug in another player that they will make. They've been
So then,
playing those two. They've been playing those two against each other since college. Caitlin
yeah,
Clark
fact.
did something and was doing the choke and this and the third. Angel Reese does it back to her, and then now she's
Do the
the
whole
villain.
Reese thing.
Yeah, and she's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like they've been putting those two together from go.
But the thing is, like again, I see it as competition. But when you are talking about a white woman and a black white person, a black person, and backgrounds and whatever, it elevates, right? It goes somewhere where you can't unsee it, right? She's playing in Indiana. She went to Iowa. Like I don't even think that there was like maybe one black woman on that women's basketball team that when they went to the one on their run, right? So like there's a lot of different things that
It was
plays
some
into
it was some black
that
women on
piece.
the team.
Well, that was okay, yeah. I'll say that. But like when I'm talking about this whole Michael Jordan thing, right? Like making that choosing a if I'm the owner of the WNBA, I'm finding a player who can get me that level of okay, we're here, let's go here. And right now, Caitlin Clark is that deal. Now, do I believe that you got to go easy on her? Or I think Stephen A was talking about you got to protect the golden goose. No, no, she's a competitor. You go at her ass. Like that's not. You don't lighten
Okay,
up. Like
hey,
When Bronny comes to
Hold on,
if
fellas,
Bronny comes
hold
to
on. I'm gonna put the clip in here. Hold on. I'm gonna for y'all. We gonna do some stuff on the fly. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna play the clip here. Okay. It's supposed to be playing. Hold on.
the clip of what you talking about?
are you
The
doing some new shit?
Stephen A. I'm gonna put it in the middle of us talking. Hold on.
You're doing some new shit. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
But yeah, I don't think that what she's doing
Who talks about
is
the who talks about the
disrespectful.
WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A, respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
True. It's very
Facts.
true.
Wow.
All right, we got to go. You guys.
So did you
You
say
know
that
you're
on the
my
show?
guy, but
Who does more than
Stephen A.,
us?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Don't do
Wow.
that. I'm
Yeah.
talking to you about the
Oh my
power
Yeah,
that
Lord.
you have.
I
Okay.
think I think
I'm
I
talking
think
to you.
that I think that when it comes to that,
Okay.
she
This
has a
guy.
great point. Like she's like Stephen A has that platform where he could have been said something about just highlighting WNBA. Now, would it cause people to watch the WNBA more? You can't put that on him. But with the platform that people have, and not just Stephen A, like it's plenty of other mofos, TVs and social media that could have been WNBA, WNBA, WNBA. But it's just one of those things, bro. You have like six like real stars in the league right now. And you wasn't on Daryl, but I was like, shit, motherfucking Juju, she the only one that's missing out this whole pack. You see what
So
I'm
you don't
Oh,
think
saying?
that you don't
crazy.
think the y'all don't think the WNBA had stars before Candace
Not like
Parker?
this.
Like you
Not
don't
not
think
not
that.
with not with this following. Not with this following. And I'm not listen, hold on, hear me though. Hear me now. Hear me now. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying no, but whoa. I'm not saying it's based solely around Caitlin Clark. It just happens to be she just happened to be that one that was right
So
there.
so so like ever like Lisa Leslie and all them like this you think this the best group?
I
I mean
do.
Caitlin Clark. They don't even
I
win
do.
like
And
has her
and
team
and,
won
and again, no no no
has
no
her
no
team
no no no
Doja, has her team won a
no.
game? How many
They
games they
they they,
won?
they suck. They're not good. She be going off. She goes off. Like she still does her now. She ain't doing the fucking 40, 50 a night, but she was doing at Iowa. But she gets it off. Like she scores buckets. Now, what I will say, again, this is where I'm going when I was talking about Michael Jordan. I'm not saying she's the future GOAT of the fucking WNBA, but the trajectory of what is they're trying to do to publicize this game, like think about it. Think about it. I'm not saying this was her saying this, right? But it's one of those things that aligns. She was talking about travel in the or WNBA and how like, whatever, private jets, some shit. Now they got charter flights. Now, granted, they were already working on that, but with her coming to the league, with Angel Reese coming to the league, with that tall white girl from Stanford that's playing, Cameron Brinks, that's her name, that's playing in the league now. With
Look,
Asia Wilson that's doing
Cameron
her
Bricks.
thing now. Yeah,
The
no,
Cameron
yeah,
Bricks though, Doja.
yeah. Nah, she ain't with us. She with us, but she ain't with us. I follow her
Oh,
Instagram.
oh, look.
Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. 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 It's okay. It's okay. I live that dream. It's all right. Haley Van Leaf though, holla at me. It's okay. We can work on
Okay,
a
you
jump
know what?
shot though.
Okay, you know what?
But
I will
but
say this. No, no, I'm gonna agree with you. This is a very talented class, and I think that on paper, some of those other girls are playing in better positions and are making their teams
yeah,
much better than.
yeah.
And I think it's media driven. And I think it's media driven. I hate
But
to
it
say
gotta
it.
be.
I don't want to play the race card, but if she was a little black girl losing like this, like I don't think it would have been such a big deal. I think
Yeah, it's probably not.
if she was a black girl and scored all those points in college and then lost, I don't think that her team goes to SNL. I just don't see that.
Yeah, like that,
I just don't believe that.
like shit like that. Like and then the whole thing about we should invite both LSU and
To the
Iowa to White House. So this is the thing. This is the thing. I think what it is it's two
Oh, South
things. It could
Carolina.
be both
South
sides.
Carolina. It was
Yeah,
South
it could
Carolina.
be, yeah, I'm sorry. So it could be both sides. It could be that, okay, listen, we we're in a mode where like we're realizing in real time what this looks like, the growing of a game. Our generation saw the WNBA start from just nothing to where it is now. The NBA was already kind of on a roll, right? It's growing pains, right? You have to attach to something to just, I guess in so many words, go viral, right? Caitlin Clark was fucking going viral from just shooting that fucking pill. Now granted, she got exposed when she got met up with some motherfucking dogs. And to Sleepy's point, I bet you if you bring some motherfuckers from different teams that don't get noticed a lot, right? You put them on an ISO play against Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. There's some real killers in there that will show up, right? But that's what it is, though. Just like when Bronny goes to the league, do you think it's a month? If I'm a motherfucker on a 10-day contract, and I know we play on Monday, and we go, if I, hey, those you go and Bronny, I'm a, boy. I'm going at his ass
Okay,
because that's my moment. That's my moment to get my name off. Now, do it make it right?
okay,
It don't. But at the same
okay.
time, you attach
Well,
names to actions.
we making wild. Okay, again, I want to cover the wild comparison, but it's Jordan, Caitlin Clark, and Bronny. We can't like these comparisons is wild
No,
to
no, no,
me.
no, 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 no. You missing it. You missing it. You missing it.
Like,
You missing it. No, 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 no. Control the laughter. Stay with me. I'm not saying there's a comparison that she's going to take this game, and I want you to do the
like
work that
Bronny
you
should
be doing,
Bronny
girl. Do the work
Bronny
that you be
shouldn't be
doing,
brought
so
up.
these words don't be brought out. So I don't got to curse another motherfucker out. Listen, I am not saying that Caitlin Clark is Jordan-esque, where she's going to take the game to the next level. What I'm saying is there had to be somebody who you hone in on that is going to like bring in the ratings, bring in the numbers, bring in the what's the word? Is it sachet or cachet? I can't. Is it cachet?
Cachet.
Bring in
Cachet.
the cachet. She happens to be that person. Now, granted, if it was, but what I will say is that whole class is bringing in its own funk. Like, think about it. I ain't never been so surprised to see how many like I've never maybe because I've never watched it. And again, this is something that the woman was saying on ESPN. Like this has already been going on when you see women coming in looking good and got they taking their pictures, but now it's on another level because you got social media now. You got motherfuckers liking this shit, motherfuckers hopping in DMs. Hey, Juju, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? But you got motherfuckers hopping in DMs saying hi to different basketball players and shit like that, like because they beautiful. They're beautiful women. I'm not trying to say that's why niggas is watching, but I'm saying they're beautiful women. They're accepting their sexuality and women are growing the game and it's not remember how we used to, I know how I used to say well they ain't dunking in there so I ain't gonna be watching and then when they started dunking well they ain't dunking on nobody so now I ain't. But now it's more of a quicker game, you see what I'm saying, like I think somebody made a dumbass comment. I can't remember who it was that was like if you and it wasn't y'all two. It was somebody else that was like if you make the court shorter or something like that to adjust the game, but like they're showing that you
Make
can
it make
still
fast breaks. But
yeah.
wouldn't the defense be harder? You need to expand the court, if anything, right? It wouldn't
No, no, no.
be.
But what I'm saying is none of that had to happen
Oh,
for this game to.
they were saying make the rims 9.5,
Yeah,
9 feet.
but what I'm saying is none of that had to happen in order for this game to expand. You now have people excited to see college games and like I think what last year the women's college basketball games were more
That better
watched than
rate.
the men's.
Yeah.
Like that's growth. That's what you feed into. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm a motherfucker who go get Juju, I'm like, not Juju, I'm sorry. Caitlin Clark, I'm like, okay, yeah, she a white girl. Yes, Indiana. Yeah, we finna feed into this shit. Because guess who has the most watched games and the worst record? Shit crazy. That shit
Anyway,
crazy. You see what I'm
No, no.
saying? So,
I,
so that's what
I,
I'm saying. And when Jordan came in the league, was he probably the best player out that whole class? Debatable. Was he the best player in the league at that time? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I
no,
don't know
no,
because
not in
guess
80,
guess
not in 80 feet.
hold on. Hear me now. Because guess who was bought into just the name Jordan? Because I didn't give a fuck who it was. Sleepy could have been in the league right now and busting Jordan's ass every night. But guess who's gonna follow Jordan? Because that's what I saw on the fucking screen. That's all it is, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like Caitlin Clark, hated to love it. She now granted she gonna have to own to her own shit because she be giving elbows and shit, right.
hey man,
But that's a part of the game. It's a part
All
of
right,
the
I ain't trying.
you
game.
need to jump in, no
I
sleep.
don't.
Let's
I don't. I don't.
talk on last topic.
I don't want to get canceled, so I'm not gonna. I just think that the media is pumping her up,
Facts.
and and I'm talking about ESPN and
The
Fox
fact that she
Sports,
white, the fact that she white helps it. The fact that she is white in
bro.
Kobe's and putting up buckets, it amplifies it. It
And
does. Think
I
about it. When
hope.
you it's like when you see a white girl twerking. Like let's just like for me, let me speak for myself. I'm sorry. Let
Okay,
me talk for
yeah.
myself. When I see a white, I'm like, wow, that is
Eldoza,
crazy to me. You see what I'm saying?
Eldoza, Eldoza. Love you to death. Give me a second. Let me speak.
My fault. Go ahead.
Yeah. in 3 years, when that team is still getting early first round picks because she really doesn't play defense. Um, all she does is shoot, and she's not really making anybody better. Maybe she will eventually. We'll see how it goes. I just don't really have faith in her as of right now. Her jump into the league is not going like the media would have hoped it would, in my opinion. But they still gassing her up. And I don't want to be canceled, so I'm going to leave it at that. But let's see in 2 years if she actually starts winning. Jordan actually started winning eventually.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like she gonna be the next GOAT to kick 6, 7 fucking rings. I ain't saying all that because Asia Wilson is still fucking Asia Wilson. Like, let's just be very clear right now. She's still doing her thing. Like, that's still the Aces is still the Vegas Aces is still them. But what I'm saying is when you have somebody to hone in on to make the like me personally, I don't think Ant Edwards should be the face of the NBA. Like I just don't. But at the same time,
Yeah,
like
we can't go in there. We can't go in there. We can't go in there.
Yeah, yeah.
okay, well, my fault. My fault. I'm just saying when you find something to hone in on and it's hitting, that's what you go with. You ain't never seen this many Adidas commercials and them motherfuckers hit.
But
Cameron dissed the shit out of them though, and I love that shit. That shit was dope as fuck. But go ahead though.
so I'm gonna say this before we move to the next topic. Every sport picks somebody every year. They
Mm-hmm.
honed in on Ja, and to Ja started being crazy. They will
Mm-hmm.
hone in on somebody. They will hone in on somebody else if it ain't working. They've
Mm-hmm.
honed in on women in the WNBA before. Lisa
Mm-hmm.
Leslie and them, Candace Parker and them. Like they've honed in on other women. If it don't work, they move on. I just hope that the light don't stay on her because she's white for longer than it needs to be if she doesn't start producing
Nah.
wins. Does that make
Nah.
sense?
Yeah, but see, this is where this also makes sense to piggyback off what you said, right? You got players like I forgot there's two other point guards in college right now too, but Juju supposed to come out next year. That's gonna be another hitter that comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like the game
I
is
think
starting to evolve and
it,
it's
it's
catching
it's
wind
still
because of social media.
it's still gonna be on Caitlin Clark next year. I think unless she really has a
Now
fall
look,
off,
I will say
it's gonna
this:
take a
if
couple years for them to move
she
on.
start fucking winning, boy, nigga, she pulled up from half court yesterday. I said, this is pros. You chill the fuck out. She clanked that bitch, but she was not scared to pull that motherfucker. And this is the other thing. This is the other thing. I don't condone violence, but hey man, fuck. If you see somebody foul me hard, they gotta get hit or something. Somebody gotta get catch a quick look. You ain't
I
gotta
don't even think
choke
her,
them out, but you gotta catch it
I don't
quick.
think her team. I don't think her team even like her for real. I'm gonna be
Well, you
real.
know what?
They
But
just
I will say this. But here's a point that got brought up that I didn't think about either. When you talk about like fines and shit like that, you got to remember she's a 6-figure woman. Like she's probably the only 6-figure woman.
Oh, you're saying like if I get a fine, this is my like real
Yeah,
check.
this is my real check. Where you got Nike endorsing you. I can't afford to just hop in and just beat
so
somebody else. If I get suspended, that's my real life earnings. Where you got these different endorsements and shit coming in. It hit different.
back in the old days, because all the men used to have enforcers, they weren't paid as much as the stars either.
Hmm.
When they enforced, the star took care of that fine. Caitlin
That's
need to
something
be
to
like
learn from. Something
Caitlin
to
Wait,
should
learn
be
from
like yo.
again.
Sleepy, let's be for real. I haven't really jumped in. You think Caden Clark would even take care of their fine for real?
You
I mean,
don't
No, no,
know? I don't know. I don't
no,
know.
no.
Now I
I didn't.
will say,
no. I take that back.
No,
Let
no.
me retract that because Larry
I didn't
Bird,
say
even
she
if
would.
Larry Bird will take care of his people.
No, I didn't say she would. I said she should. That's what I'm
and
saying.
then
Oh,
there's
That's
also, but there's also too. Again, this is a rise in the game that's getting recognized. So Asia Wilson, because she got kicked out of the game on some referee being on some bullshit. Lonzo Ball was like, "No, I'm paying that fine for her because she got kicked out on some bullshit." Like, and you're starting to see NBA players who are coming to games and like, "Nah, I'm gonna pay for that fine because you know what I'm saying." Like, that's the kind of that's how you know what I'm saying. That's how you help build a motherfucking game, little shit like that. Because that shit ain't hurting Lonzo Ball. The little 12, 15,000. That's a look, nigga. That's a
yeah.
take that.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
we're talking about two separate things, but I get what you're saying because it's both fines. Caitlin Clark should have already told her people that they beat me up and they doing all this. I can't get suspended. I'm the cash cow. I'm the leader. But if somebody knocked me down to do this, I need y'all to handle that, and I'll take care of that. That's what she should, Larry. That's what she should already have been doing.
You probably don't know how to do that yet.
You just say that. What you mean? You only
No,
could
I'm
have knocked me
saying
down
that.
so many times. You only could
Right,
have knocked me
right.
down. Whoa! You cut me off.
Okay.
You're only gonna knock me down so many times before we go to that locker room and I talk to y'all like, what the fuck are y'all doing? So you can say, I can't afford the fine. So I can say, okay, cool, I'll pay it. Like that discussion needs to happen. If she's a leader and that spotlight's on her, she needs to talk to her team and be like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Why ain't y'all supporting me when they knocking me around like a pinball? That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Like that's just
Yeah.
a
Calm
conversation that
yourself.
you have.
All right, fellas, our last topic. Erica Banks, this has been hitting all over the internet. She got a new BBL. She had a BBL previously. She's the
Yeah, man.
one
We
that
gotta
did
just.
the song with
Yeah.
Nelly. I'm going to play
What's up,
it.
y'all? I'm here with all Urban Central, dripping on the blue carpet and all diamonds. The So Icy
That's
Princess,
her.
the doorway. Love y'all.
Yeah, it's too much, dog. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Okay.
Is you fucking?
All right, there we go, fellas.
The
Listen,
the first
this. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
the the first BBL was just fine. I didn't even know she had a BBL. I didn't know who she was. So y'all made me do the research. I found some apparently she had an OnlyFans. I didn't know this, but apparently, she be putting up, the first BBL was just fine. Like it hey, I didn't even know it was a BBL. Till y'all said something. This second BBL, she looks like she has a flotation device in there. It doesn't look real at all. It looked like somebody put the bike jack, the little to pump up your bike tire, like someone put that in there
Yeah.
and just got I don't like it
It
at
gets
all.
to a point now where it's just like, I mean, I liked it when you couldn't tell. Now, granted, expression is your own. I guess this is a form of art. It's different for me because it's like, yo, this is your body. And the thing about it is, I just think about not now, but like 10 years from now, when your body starts to react to all that different shit that you're doing to it. Like that's the kind of shit that you worry about. That maybe they got the financial backing, they don't have to, but it just yeah, nah. It just it's too much, bro. And like I'll be honest, I can't tell something. Sometimes you can tell, but sometimes you can't tell when it's real or not. Like I even said before we started recording, like Lotto, like I was like, damn, like, hey, you was one of the ones. Why you do that? But at the same time, it's like shit. I mean, it's yours to do it with. So I don't know, man. I mean, self expression. I don't got to be a fan of it. I just don't got
Yeah,
to be a hater to it. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
dislike plastic surgery. I say, dude, like that's your body. Your body is your
that's
temple,
what I
and
know.
how you maintain your temple is your temple. Like it's not my place to judge. I ain't got to pay for it, and I'm not the one hitting it. So what you want to do with your body is up to you. Um, I do sometimes wonder what the repercussions could be later. Because I remember back when we were kids in the 80s and 90s, it was breast that was the big deal. And then women started having to get the breast implants removed and started getting cancers and having to some people had to get the actual real breast removed and things like that. Like, I just hope that the medicine behind it does not impact these women later on. I'm not
Mhm.
going to pretend like I'm a man. I'm definitely going to look. If I'm a look, I don't know if it's fake or not. If I see it, I'm looking. That's just how I go. And her particular double BBL, don't know if I like the double, but the original BBL
Yeah, I had to
was
get
flawless. The
yeah,
original
I
was
had to
flawless.
get educated on what it looks like because like I didn't realize like when you look at the belly button, you know how it looks like it's skin like pulled up and shit. I didn't realize that's one of the
Oh, I
signs.
didn't know that
I
either.
didn't know.
So you just
Somebody
told me
put
now.
me on. A young lady put me on. She was like, "This is what you look for if it's like breast right here and they like spread out like perfectly and it's like a big ass piece of skin bone right here. They probably got that motherfucker spread to the side." You got the motherfucking belly button pulled up, or it's off to the side, or it's missing. That probably means that she got that motherfucking wrapped around. I'm just like, yay, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man,
Never paid enough attention to know. Probably not gonna pay attention to that now. If I'm looking at yams, I'm looking at yams. I ain't looking at no belly button. I don't care nothing else. If some yams is walking by and she got on a halter top or whatever, the belly shirt joint with the waist beads or whatever, I'm not looking at none of that. I'm looking at yams because that's what I'm gonna look at. And possibly hips and thighs and things too. I ain't worried about a sexy belly button. I don't care. And then obviously, the niggas who with them don't care. So do what you do with your body. I got a bunch of tattoos. There's a bunch of women, people I know with a bunch of piercings and shit like that. I probably know some women that have some plastic surgery done that didn't share it. And you know what? Your body, your temple. I personally don't like the double BBL. It's like a double whopper. Just give me the regular whopper. I don't need a double whopper. She got a part two. She went with the part two. One BBL is probably enough. Don't need a sequel BBL. No sequels.
She got the double quarter pounder.
that shit went back up. But I mean, again, it's what moves it, man. I mean, shit. It started with twerking, and then you see the fake booties, and the fake booties be looking like, it's like two big ass basketballs. Just doing this shit right here.
I still like when it look like water. I don't like a hard, like big. Again, aesthetically for me to look at, I can tell when some are fake. Like it don't move right.
I can't tell.
I mean, they've gotten better now, but they've been getting BBLs for the last like 5-6 years. Them early BBLs, I could tell. Like the original BBLs.
You know what's crazy? Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have any sir that I can done or right. When you put her next to a woman that has surgery or like it's like, damn, Meg looked kind of like she looked kind of small compared to like, I'm saying? I'm just like that, but again, like that's just where my mind is when you think about what you've been feeding your face or your mind and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It just
you just say feed in your face.
yeah. Well, I mean, shit, I eat that shit. So I mean, you know what I mean? I'm real man.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't all right. I was just trying to make a joke. But hey, he threw it out there.
Right there with
all right.
Get up in there. It's good for you.
There might be a such thing as too much. I personally have never been with somebody that had too much, but it might be too much out there. I don't know. Like that was a lot. I don't like.
Yeah, it was a lot. That shit was.
Not again. I got to put myself in. I always go back to if I was gonna. If I was gonna, I'm gonna try. Now. I'm gonna try it out. If I was gonna, I'm
gonna look like a boxer.
What I got to lose? If I'm gonna, I'm living fast. I'm gonna live fast and die hard. So if we're gonna go back to Gunner Sleepy, gonna try it out. 40+ year old Sleepy is like, I think I would just have a V8 instead. I would chill out.
This shit different.
But 25-year-old Gunner, I got to see what it's talking about.
So,
all right, fellas, hit everybody up at sleep. Where are you gonna hit you up at?
Hey man, hit me up on I almost said X on Twitter at gotta go to sleep with a little underscore. Same thing on Instagram, no underscore.
Oh, I guess I put my name on this motherfucker. Huh? I sure didn't do that. I'm tripping. Spelled it out. Ain't
that's
right. Thing on there.
That's GOTTAGO2 SLEEP. And I missed y'all so much. I'll stop my workout to record this. So I'm gonna go knock that shit out in a second. But no, appreciate y'all watching. And we got a hell of subscribers now. Thank you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We need more. And watch the full episodes if you can. We get paid more for that. Appreciate y'all watching the reels. But watch the full episodes. At least through a commercial. Put that shit on in the background while you're in the shower. Put that shit on in the background when you vacuuming or some shit. Like, you ain't even got to look at it for real. Then play that shit. We trying to get Doja a chain. Doja say he want a chain.
Hey, give me a cool chain, dog, so I can, you know what I'm saying?
So let's get Doja a chain. and let's get sleepy. Some J's. That's all. That's all I want.
Don't worry, get people hit that, man.
Yeah, just follow the name. It's on there. Put the underscores in between each letter. Doja and shit. That's it, man. I'm on Facebook and Facebook and Beyonce's Instagram. So yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for listening, man. We'll be back with a full playeristic show coming up next week. We just had to get in the finals.
Playeristic.
So it's gonna be dope.
Hey, bro, this shit 50 minutes. This an episode shit.
Yeah. I mean, don't worry. I'm gonna stretch this shit out like the. Don't worry about it, y'all. We'll see y'all.
Let's go.